and Fraser and I are just getting ready in the background. And because we're going to so many different places, and Fraser doesn't have crisp yet, hence the noise. We do need a countdown clock to make sure that when we actually start talking in a minute, we're starting at the same time on every single platform. So this 40-second countdown gives us a chance to get ready and then go live. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, Fraser.
Good morning, Stephen. How are you, Squire?
I'm doing well. It's a sunny day down in Wiltshire today. How is it with you?
It's overcast, but the minke whales have been out in the bay today, so it's good.
Brilliant. Okay, now as I said, we're live everywhere. This is the live marketing show with myself and Fraser. We're here every Wednesday, 11 a.m., 6 a.m. Eastern, if you're awake in the USA. And every week we have a topic. And this is the point at which I hand over to Fraser to describe today's topic.
Hi, guys. Today we're going to talk about the unified martech canvas. Whoa, what does that mean? Unified, well, bringing things together. Martech, marketing and technology coming together. If you were to go back 10 years ago and if you were to do things online that was automated, people would be up in arms, say, oh no, they prefer it getting done manually. But in the last 12 months and with COVID, many things have changed. We've seen less use of cash, more using of plastic cards. We've seen less retail offline, bricks and mortar, more online. We've seen everybody has moved online, and there's been a great push in terms of aligning sales, marketing, technology, and of course, with the legal aspects, the data aspects of that. So when it comes to martech, marketing and technology coming together to help you achieve your business goals, it's not just for the blue chip Fortune 100, FTSE 100 corporate players, or for the large corporates, medium corporates, even the small one-man bands, those working from home in the Soho, small office, home office, the small partnerships, the small business is now getting their act together in terms of martech, marketing and technology, to make sure they can align their marketing with their sales and with the architecture and the website platforms that they're using, and to follow a very specific process in order to get new customers. And we're going to talk about that briefly today by splitting it into 4 areas. And if you've got a pen, by all means, take some notes. If you're watching this on replay, even better, you'll be able to pause at some point, make some notes, and then carry on watching. So the first thing I want to talk about is your business model, because we want to make sure that your model, you're absolutely clear. You've got clarity, your team's got clarity, your stakeholders have got clarity, and also you want to be clear on behalf of your customers. So in terms of your model, be clear about the real problems you solve. What are the problems you solve? The frustrations, the pains, the needs that you fix, solve, or address for your customers. And who are your customers? Who are the recipients of the product, service, and solution that you provide? More importantly, where do they congregate online? Because if you know where they congregate online and you know what their pains, problems, needs, and frustrations are, then hopefully with each of the revenue streams that you've clearly defined for your business, you have something that can help them to fix, address, or solve those problems. And with your revenue streams that you've actually got clearly defined, then you've obviously and hopefully got adequate resources for each of those revenue streams to better manage them, in terms of human resources, technical resources, financial resources, so that you can manage that model to start getting the ROI that you, your stakeholders, shareholders, and investors want from the whole operation. And that operation needs to be planned and managed, and it needs to be broken down into very specific required steps of a strategy. And we need to think about the values, the value that you offer your prospective clients and customers, but also the values that you have personally as an organization, and what the values are of your prospects and clients. So you can create a congruency, you can get a value match, and that way they will be attracted to you with what you have to offer. So in terms of your model, the 7 R's and the 1 V, the real problems you solve, the revenue streams that you have in your business, who the recipients of your product, service, or solution are. You need to think about your routes to market. How are you going to get your message out? We're going to cover that in just a moment. What human resources, technical resources, and financial resources you have available to help you with your martech strategy, to help you bring everything together into a unified game plan, so that you can generate the ROI, the return on investment that you need, or that your stakeholders and investors want. For example, do you know your current cost per lead? Yes? No? Do you know your current cost per sale? Do you know the lifetime value of a customer? No? Then you should. And think about the value you're offering prospective clients, and what the main reason is, and the purpose why they should get in touch with you. Because if you're very clear on your 7 R's and the V, the value of what you offer in your model, you can begin looking at your strategy. And your strategy always begins, I'm quite surprised because many people think that it starts with, how do I do something? How do I achieve backlinks, traffic, signups, registrations, conversations on Zoom, Skype, on getting that telephone conversation or an appointment offline, and closing the sale, following up, getting the conversions, getting the revenue and sales that they want, or referrals by creating advocates online as well. But before knowing how to do something, we need to know what the plan is. What is your game plan? How are you going to align sales, marketing, your technology, and making sure that your data is better managed to protect your customers, clients, and prospects, and also to protect yourself as you begin to scale your business, to make it more profitable, to make it what you want to achieve. So when we think about your strategy, we need to think, number one, why is it not working, or why have you not yet achieved your goals and objectives? So we need to start with a situation analysis, and that step is missed out by the vast majority of small, medium, and even large organizations as well. Many have a problem. They're not getting the results they want on a particular platform. They're not getting the results that they want with their analytics or whatever. So they tend to put out a request for people to put in a bid, or they invite people in, they interview a few potential suppliers, they then have a bit of negotiation or horse trading, but quite often that supplier is acting on a one-to-one. They're not being included with the strategy, and the strategy needs to cover where you are now, what it is that you want to achieve, what are your specific goals and objectives. More importantly, you need to know why it's not working at the moment, or not getting the returns that you want. We need to dig down with an audit in a number of different silos and channels, and look at many different areas across the business, so that you can accurately come up with 4 key things. Your sales message, your marketing message, making sure that what you've got to say in your message online before you begin to press the button and launch your next campaign. Get the message right. You need to think about lead generation, how you're going to generate those inquiries, those conversations, not just people looking at your profile, but real conversations with real people in real time. And we want to think about how we can close those conversations, how we can get our proposals accepted quicker, faster, receive payment, make it legally binding with an e-signature to speed up your process, to make it more profitable, more efficient, more productive, so that you can scale and repeat the entire process again. We need to think about packaging your products and services, all part of your strategy, your situation analysis, how you're going to position yourself in the marketplace. If you haven't checked out answerthepublic.com yet, please have a look at that to help you spot new opportunities, how you're going to take that research and position yourself within your industry sector or niche, and packaging your products, services, and solutions into value propositions at different price points and value points to give you the revenue streams that you want to generate the cash flow that you need, that your stakeholders are demanding, so that you can generate the sales and revenue in order to assist you to scale your business. And if you've got your promotional plan laid out and you're thinking of lots of different tactics, such as social networking, video marketing, webinars, it could be everything from online PR. It could be a whole host of different things that you've got in place with your evergreen webinars. It could be you're posting images on Instagram or Pinterest. It could be you're sharing documents on SlideShare, a whole host of different tactics. But if you've got your promotional thoughts all laid out in terms of your routes to market and your funnel, you need to think about that funnel and your persuasion funnel, as we like to call it, so you can get people into that funnel and be able to automate it and be clear on the architecture of your website. You need to be sure of all the tools, what's in your stack of tools that you have. What are all the aids that you have to help you automate your business, to make it more efficient, more effective, and more profitable, to minimize the manual labor and workforce that you have to rely on? How can you make your operation more and more efficient? And with martech tools that are available, martech advice, concepts, strategies, techniques, and ideas, when they all come together in a unified format, focusing on the 4 areas: the model, the strategy, the process and journey of your customers and clients, and then your stack, the stack of tools that you're using to integrate and unify sales, marketing, tech, and legal together to make sure that you can implement that plan for going forwards. So you can also measure, count, monitor, measure your daily progress. So you can report in real time to members of your team, hold them accountable, hold suppliers accountable, hold yourself accountable, and to your board, and making sure that your new martech plan is getting implemented and you're working towards the goals and objectives that you've laid out. But what about your customer? We've got to think about the process, and that process, that journey that they're going to come through, because think about it from your perspective. You're going to have to target them. Have you created an avatar or a persona or a prospect profile or a client profile in terms of who it is that you want to target? Which tools from your stack are you using and selecting to help you better target who it is that you want to reach? Which platforms are they on? What are the problems that they've got and how can you help them? So number one, you want to target who you want to reach as part of your funnel, and you can automate that process. You can attract their attention and get them to want to engage with you. Number one, we target. Number two, we attract their attention. Number three, we get them to engage with us. And many people miss out the step of pre-qualifying and qualifying. And if we do that, we can better make use of the tools that we have to help automate this process, to increase the response from the process, and have more relevant confirmation of conversations that are happening now, tomorrow, next week, and the following week. Having people scheduling calls with you so that you've got a pipeline. And you can also lead score who and what's coming up in your pipeline, so you can prioritize the best way you can spend your time. And when you do spend your time and you convert those prospects into sales, you've got to think about fulfillment. How are you going to fulfill on the products, services, or solutions that you have to offer? More importantly, if you've fulfilled on the one order, that first order, to get them on board, how are you going to increase the lifetime value of the customer to get them to come back time and time again? And if you've targeted them and you've been able to attract them, engage them, you've been able to qualify them, you've been able to convert them and fulfill in the order, how are you going to upsell them? What else do you have? What are your other revenue streams as part of your value proposition? How are you going to retain them as a customer and a client for years to come? More importantly, how can you repeat that process and take new people through that journey so it becomes a replicable, scalable, and profitable process for you and for them? Because they want your solution to help them achieve their goals and objectives as well. So if you've got your business model clearly defined, if you know what your strategy is, and if you're very clear on the process that you're going to be taking your prospective clients through in the client journey that you have, what you need to ensure is that you've got the right stack of tools to help you to automate each step of that process so that you can align that with sales and marketing and tech as part of your overall strategy to fulfill your goals and objectives and your requirements of your business model so that it's all working. And we have a free webinar on the website, growyourbusinesslist.com, to introduce you to some of these concepts and to help elaborate a little bit more as to how you can be making yourself more efficient and focusing on building, filling, mailing, and growing your funnel and combining Mar and tech together to give you the perfect martech solution. And one area of tech that we use in just one channel is video. Just one channel that we use video is on doing live events such as this. And Stephen also uses live video in many other different ways, which he's going to share a couple of little tips with you in just a second. And one thing which we were talking about before we come on today was how you can use a little countdown timer when you start your shows or your events or your webinars, and also some of the changes that are happening now in real time in the landscape, because technology is always changing and we need to keep up with the changes in the marketplace. Would you agree with that, Stephen?
Yes, I do agree with that, and I'm coming back on my way. Right, okay, yeah, and talking of things, video, I'm live on Amazon Live at, what time does it say? 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. in the UK, and it's Country Walking with Stephen Amazon. We discuss everything in relation to country walking. I love going out with my mobile phone, that's it, and shooting film. And last weekend, very fortunate to be down in Portsmouth, and I did a tour with Angelica's help of Portsmouth Naval Dockyard. And you'll see in tonight's broadcast the HMS Warrior, HMS Victory, and the dockyards themselves. So that's to look forward to tonight on Amazon Live, which is, if you are in a position where you have a good following on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or even Twitch, then you really should be going live on Amazon, telling your stories, selling your books, and getting to know people on Amazon. Amazon is the go-to channel. I know several people who've moved there in recent days to actually broadcast. Simple as that. They're moving from Facebook to Amazon. So it's a place to go and watch video. It's a place to tell your stories. And that's tonight at 7 o'clock. Okay.
On that point, Stephen, just to share a little bit more with those who are watching us and joining us live or watching the replay, is that they can apply to become an influencer on Amazon. Now, Stephen and I have together written a book about live video streaming. I myself have got over 20 books on Amazon, but perhaps those who are watching this today and taking part are an expert in their own industry sector or niche. They've only been using LinkedIn and or Facebook. By all means, consider applying to be an influencer on Amazon to widen your reach and to get you out to more people online, and in particular in using live video, as Stephen's suggesting as well. Sorry, Stephen.
No, I mean, basically, you can, whilst you're live, you've got a carousel below you of items that you've chosen from Amazon's extensive catalogue. If people click on one of the items, they are taken off to find out more about it. And as soon as they've done that, then everything that they're buying the next 24 hours, you will get commission on. That's the way it works. So you can earn as you broadcast, and it's the first platform to actually give you your earnings for every single broadcast that you do. No thresholds to be met. As I say, somebody clicks an image in your carousel, goes off to the Amazon page, reads more about it. They've got a cookie for 24 hours, and everything they buy in those 24 hours, you'll get commission on. And it's not restricted to your own products. You can sell anything you like. And like in Country Walking tonight, we'll be selling gimbals, we'll be selling phones, we'll be selling walking boots, we'll be selling rucksacks, we'll be selling seats to sit on, we'll be selling everything that's to do with country walking. And the basic principle is that you want to get people to actually click on an item in the carousel. So you put in the carousel things that people will like and things which you can actually talk about. And it's not QVC style. There is that to be said. It's not a question of doing an unboxing or doing the praise of an item. You mention the item, you describe the item, you say how you use it, and then you go on to tell your stories and have your normal broadcast. So it's sort of soft selling. It's not hard sell. I'll take that off the screen. Right, now, every so often, something happens in the video world, and it comes unexpectedly. Now, there is a product called Vidnami. Now, Vidnami is a short video creation software, and it's used by millions of people around the world. And Vidnami have announced a couple of weeks back, they have been bought out. And they've sold out, which is fair. I think that's a fair description as well, because they're shutting down. And Vidnami is going to shut down. They're going to be absorbed into their new parent company, whose name escapes me for the moment. Don't worry about that. Let's go with the principal. So the search is on for an alternative. Now, of course, I would say that one alternative would be, go over to my logos here and select that one. If you recognize that logo top right now, that's the InVideo logo. And John Upton and I do a weekly show, and this week is episode 79, I think. That is one of the alternatives to using Vidnami. Now, Vidnami takes a blog post and turns it into a video. Simple as that. It can look at a blog post that you give it. It will pick out sections of the blog post, which are the most important sections, and then it will create a short form video, which you can then use to promote the blog post. So it's AI at its best. It's very clever. And it just so happens that at the moment, I'm just going to share my screen for a second, that there is the people who use Vidnami have been running around trying to find something which could replace the software, which is going to disappear in 2 weeks' time. And they have happened upon this product, which I'm going to put full screen. And this product is called Pictory. Now, I'm telling you about this because at the moment it's on AppSumo. AppSumo are a well-respected software vendor, and they take on products which already have customers and a good reputation, and they do a lifetime deal. That means that you pay a one-off fee to use the software for a lifetime. There's no recurring monthly fee. And Pictory has come out as being the winner in terms of, if you're on Vidnami, switch to Pictory, because it has the facilities. And it has the facilities. If I scroll down, I'm on the page. If I scroll down, then there's a short video about it, but it takes short video highlights from webinars, video podcasts, and demos, and adds captions, branded bumpers, logos, and music. You can turn long-form text content into summary videos and use stock media assets text to speech and music. Now, apparently it's text to speech is absolutely brilliant. Its AI voices are almost lifelike. And the deal at the moment, they see it's reading a blog and it's got the highlights and it's going to create a video from it. And plans and features, it can do everything you want it to in terms of creating short form video from existing content. And it's available now at $59. And one of the things that I'm going to do directly after this broadcast is to actually go and get my copy at $59. It works. What more can I say? So if you're a Vidnami user, then do take a look at Pictory. Go to the website as well, check it out, make your own mind up. You've got the reviews that are actually on AppSumo to help you. And there are several groups, new groups on Facebook with Vidnami users trying out Pictory and singing its praises, which is pretty good considering Vidnami was one of the top systems. So that's Pictory, Pictory, and you can find it on AppSumo, PSUMO. Right, okay, that's it. That's my tip of the week. Go and buy a Pictory for $59. It's worth it. It's worth it. If you want to create videos from blogs, if you want to create short form video to promote anything, then Pictory is an option. There you are, Fraser. That's it.
Thank you, Stephen. And as we mentioned there, video and video marketing and live streaming are just some of the tactics that you require tools as part of your marketing arsenal or as part of your martech stack. And if you sign up to our free webinar, or by all means get in touch via my LinkedIn profile so that we can discuss and help you with your business model, your strategy, your customer journey, and to decide exactly what your stack of tools should be to help you to automate your martech game plan for the months ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. As always, Stephen has got some excellent hints and tips on the video side of things, and I'd love for you to get in touch after the show, or by all means via LinkedIn or indeed the website for our free webinar. Thank you from the north of Scotland, and Stephen.
Thank you from sunny Wiltshire. The sun is shining today. We're in for a heat wave later this month. Looking forward to that. We'll be back at the same time, 11 o'clock next Wednesday from Fraser and I. Thank you for watching. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you.